Hello, this is a thinking and communication problem, and I see most of the time students get it wrong. The question here is square root of a square equals to a? On face of it, it looks correct. But is it really true? That's the main question. We know one thing, that square root of any number is always positive, so that part is correct. Now, a square is like a times a, and when you do square root, it should be a. So it sounds good and correct also. Now let's do some thinking about it and then see how whether it is right or wrong. So when we think, you can think like this, that square root of any number is positive. So positive is okay. Perfect. Now the second thing is, you can think like this, that this could be square root of a times a, and so you get a as an output. It looks fine. But remember one thing, when we were talking about square root, at that time square root function which we considered was something like this. Like this. Do you remember that? This is a square root of x, where x could be any real number. X belongs to real number, but x is greater than or equal to 0. Do you see that? But now our question has changed. We are working on square root of a square. Now, when it is a square, a could be any real number. A belongs to set of real numbers. Correct? A could be negative also. If a is positive, then this is okay. But let's take some examples where a is negative. In that case, will it be so? That is the question to think about. Okay, let me take some concrete examples with both negative and positive values. Let's take generally 2 square. Let's say a equals to 2. So in this case, what is our a? A is 2. 2 square is 4. And square root of 4 is 2. So we again get a. That's perfect. Now let's take a negative number. Let's say 5. And let's do square root of minus 5 square. Now what is a for us? A is equals to minus 5. Now this square root is equals to square root of 25. Correct? Because minus and square will become plus. And we get an answer 5. Now what is the result? The result, is it a? No, it's minus a. Not a, minus of the previous value. So, what do we see? We see that square root of a actually returns a positive value, even if a is negative. That means what? That means the output is absolute of a, not a. Do you understand? Absolute of a. So, we can show it like this. In our graph, it will be always positive. Do you understand? A, because now a could be any value here. So in general, I can write what? I can write square root of x square is equal to absolute value of x. Correct? Because as you saw, if I take x equals to, let's say, minus 7, then the square root of minus 7 square is not minus 7 but plus 7, because this is square root of 49, which gives us plus 7. So it is actually minus of this, or it is actually absolute of minus 7 is equals to plus 7. Do you see that? So absolute value is the end result of square root of x square. So that's what we're trying to say. So this statement, a square square root equals to a, is wrong. What is the correct statement? The correct statement is that square root of a square is equals to absolute of a, not a. Do you understand? This is correct and this is wrong. Okay? I hope you get it. You understand it. Thank you.